Hello everyone, Rare Model Reviews here, and today we have an unboxing slash review, which is going to be a first for me on this channel. So basically the reason behind this is, you guys know from the title what this is, but if I were to do an unboxing, it would be like 2 minutes, and that's not worth doing. So I decided, you know what, let's unbox it and review it all in one go. So just give me a second, I'm going to go ahead and put this on my tripod. In hindsight, I should have had this on already, but all right. I usually don't do unboxings on the tripod, but you know what? I'm gonna try this out and see how this goes. Usually open up the box at least beforehand, just so it's a little easier to get this thing going. But honestly, it's gonna sound really goofy. This box was so light. I feel like, or at least it feels like, I should say, there's like nothing in here. But I did shake it a little bit, so I'm pretty sure it's in there. But it's already too late. I'm already doing this without having that pre-opened it or whatever. So let's rip it off from here because this masking tape or whatever it is like so thick. All right, there we go. So of course we have the little protective bubble wrap. Pull that out of here because that's personal information. I do not want you guys to see. So of course, nothing else in here, just this. And we have a very thin box, way thinner than the other ones. But as you can see, we have the figuarts Vegeta Super Hero here. So this is how he appeared in the movie, Dragon Ball Super Hero. But honestly, it looks like how he appeared in this, just like the overall Majin Buu saga. How he has that same outfit he has always been wearing, but without the armor. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the back here. Let me see, I got upgrade the brightness on this thing. It's kind of dark, isn't it? There we go. So zoom this in here, get this thing to focus. There we go. So as you can see, this thing is fully articulated. It has the interchangeably hands and face parts as always for these figures. And you just get a little bit of a preview of what is about to be in store for us here. So various hands and expressions, so you can recreate a bunch of poses from not just the movie, but the show as well. So I don't think there's any more of a reason for us to not just go ahead and get this thing open. So let's go ahead and do just that. All right. So I'm gonna do both sides because usually there's like some instructions and information on some of the sides too. I mean, I've played with enough of these where I should know how to interchange the faces around anyway, but I'm going to just in case. I think it's going to be like how, yep, I thought so. So this is like how Goku and Majin Buu's was, where you had to open something in the back first to reveal the instructions for this particular figure. So yep, this basically functions exactly how I think it does. Oh, actually, I'm not showing you guys off the whole thing. So as you can see here, we have a whole assortment of different hands here. Pairs of, looks like the key blast hands and all that. Then you have the thumbs up as you see in the top of the box. And geez, just looks so, there we go, that's a little better. All right. And of course, there's about 3 additional faces. So this is mentioning that there's a warning that something with the hips may rub, but besides that, it's just some QR codes on the back here. These are all in kanji, so I'm not sure what it's saying, but I guess it's just trying to direct you to the website. Okay. And then next up, there we go. Showing off some more of the figure art you can get, such as Khalifa here, and it was that Android 21 from the Fighter Z game, which I'm guilty of never playing. Here we have the superhero lineup here. I actually really need to get the Gohan so I could utilize those extra faces I have from buying Game 1 and 2. And then of course the advertising, P Bandai's website, which is where I got this figure. Now one unique thing about this particular figure is it's in stock right now, as far as I know. I'd have to check after this review to see if it's still in stock, but I ordered this thing about a week ago and it's already here. So That was really cool because usually P Bandai, you'd order something like online and then it wouldn't be available until like months later. So it's nice to finally be able to order something from like online, and it's like a typical online order type of deal where you get it like, you know, about a week later instead of months later. So straight off the bat, one thing I'm gonna say here is I don't know what the heck is up with the boots. I guess that's something they did there to get them in the box a little better, but that's much better. Yeah, that was a little off-putting. Now the facial sculpt on this one feels a little bit of a lesser quality than what I'm used to seeing with my other figures. I mean, this one is a lot cheaper though, I can't say that much. The other ones I have are usually about double the price of this guy. He was about 30 bucks, so overall I cannot complain. Now, they did have a Super Saiyan Vegeta. It wasn't this version here, the superhero version, but I was going to pre-order that thing, but it already sold out, so hopefully it comes back on sale again, because I definitely wouldn't mind having a Super Saiyan Vegeta as well. Fell over a little bit. Just gonna, I can show myself taking all the faces out the boxes, but while I'm gonna go ahead and show these off. I'll at least put one of these things on just to show you guys the process of how that's gonna look in person. So you have, of course, the cocky face Vegeta, always seems to have. I can't describe this one, but it's kind of like some sort of battle-hardened type of face, I don't know. So of course we have to, additional sets of hands. I'm just gonna take them out the box first. It's so hard to manage all this stuff all at once here. There, so that's everything. Everything's out. So again, have the, I'm guessing it's like the Big Bang Attack hands. I think that's kind of pose he usually does with that, if I'm not mistaken. Have another hand here for him, charging up a Ki Blast there. And then these look more like a fighting pose type hands. That's what they look like more so to me than him doing any particular move. And then of course there's a thumbs up there. All right, so I guess we'll do articulation first. We'll see what this guy can do, and then we'll go ahead and play with the hands a little bit. All right, so for articulation, head can exorcist style, do a 360. Looks a little funny doing that. If you grab him by the neck, if you notice right there, the collarbone kind of moves a little bit as well. You can put his head down pretty far, so if you would have some sort of shamed face, he's disgusted that he lost to someone, and he's very flexible. As you can see, you can bend him back pretty far there. So just so you guys can see him standing up, he'd be able to bend back like about that much. So of course this would go on to flying poses very well too. So if you wanted to have him do some nice flying poses, as you can see there, he'd be able to do those pretty nicely. Waist can actually goes 360. I don't think any other figure I've had for these so far had a 360 waist, so that's nice. A little bit of wiggle side to side, front and back, as you can see. Can rotate about that much there. Arm can do a 360. Move up about this much. Has also a little joint there, as you can see, that allows the arm to move forward pretty nice. As you can see here, arm could like stuttering here. Arm can move 360 below the shoulder as well. So I don't think, again, any of the other ones done anything like that. So that's pretty nice. So you got a pretty nice bend right here, the forearm, bicep. Not sure what you'd call that. He can't quite do a split, so I guess Vegeta's not that flexible, but you can see this is about as far out he can get his legs. Kind of showed this off earlier, but the leg can move about this far back and this far forward. So again, Vegeta is not very flexible there. He does have like a double jointed bend at the knee though, so you can move that back pretty nicely. So if you want to have him do like a little knee drop or something, he can definitely do that. foot can move 360 there, or ankle I should say. And then mostly it's pretty decent toe bend, so as you can see there. Now, also want to say the bottom of the feet are a different color. They're not white, surprisingly. It's kind of like a tan, a tailish color. I'm not sure what that color you'd call that. Oh, no, not tail. Definitely not tail. Jeez. Guess that's really about it. I can't think of anything else I really need to show off on this guy. All right, so standing him down. Actually, I don't need to stand it down. What am I saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off the face there, and boy, does it look cursed, doesn't it? And I did a smirk. I'll go ahead and put the smirk on. So as you see, you just line up those holes there, push it all in, and that's really it. Now, one thing I can say, you have to really make sure you push this thing in right, because if you don't, as I just noticed there, you see a little bit of the tan from the back of the head there, but I managed to get it in good enough, so covered that up. So there we go. Now you have him with that cocky smirk on. And where is it? I'm gonna go ahead and switch out the arm for the there we go. The one doing a thumbs up. So of course you just push that on in, and voila. Oh, no, I didn't quite get in good enough. So the only thing about these hands, you got to put them in with just enough force to get it in, but you still got to be careful because you don't want to break this thing, because that's such a delicate piece there. So as you can see, there we go. Now we have Vegeta throwing a thumbs up. It doesn't really seem like something he'd do, but I guess he is a dad now, so he's got to kind of get a little cheesy and all that, right? Now, one thing I also want to do, because of course I see how good these arms can move out. So one thing Vegeta is very much well known for is doing his cross arm pulls. So if you play with it a little bit more, I imagine you can get a bit more of a perfected crossed arm, but you can still do a decent one, in my opinion there. So just think focus on better, but there you go. So I feel like really that's about it. I don't want to sit here all day showing them off all the different hands on the actual kit and all that. I showed them off what they look like and other faces and all that. But of course, gonna take my handy dandy stand that I usually have for these guys, put them on, see how he looks on it and all that. And as I say, all my other reviews, for those of you who haven't been here, this is just a stand I got from another, an actual model kit, I should say. And it works out pretty well for this. There's a bunch of other ones similar to this you can buy, even Dragon Ball Z themed ones. I even seen some in the set. So of course, if you wanted something more Dragon Ball Z theme, you'd be able to go and seek that out. No, that's really it, honestly. I mean, there's nothing much really else for me to go over, so I guess I'll just go ahead and give my thoughts on this guy so far. So again, this is me just unboxing it and playing around with it a little bit. And I'm gonna give it the same verdict I give all these guys. I want to recommend it. All of these figurized kits are amazing. They have great articulation. They look really detailed. And overall, you can just do everything you would want to do with these things. Pull off a bunch of awesome poses from the show and all that. So again, I just can't complain about these things like ever. And I can't wait to add more of them to my collection. As I said in some of my other reviews of these things, I have plenty more of these things coming in. So if there's any you are interested in, especially from P Bandai, I can already tell you they're on the way. There's also some I missed out on that I'm probably going to end up getting when they show back up. But I don't know. I guess there's not really anything else I can really say here. So of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how you guys feel about these figurized action figures. Because I've been reviewing quite a few of these things so far, and I really want to know, like, what you guys' opinions on them, especially compared to the figurized model kits. I haven't got any of those things yet, but I am looking at some of them, like the standard Goku I've seen that thing on sale at quite a few sites for around 20 bucks. So I'm really interested in grabbing one of those things. So that's probably going to end up being the first one I get for the figurizers. And of course, I am a pretty big fan of Sal. I've seen some stuff on sale as well. So I'm going to end up getting him. Probably the androids to go with them. There's a lot you can do with the androids and Sal. So I'm pretty much ripping here. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next review.